Okay, friends, today we are going to be on the Check My Progress page. We've learned a little bit about inches, feet, and yards. So we're just going to review what we've learned today. Let's get started. Okay, follow with me during the vocabulary check. Draw a line to match each word to the correct sentence. So number 1, we have length. Number 2, we have inch. Number 3, we have estimate, and we're going to draw a line to the correct definition for those words. So let's look at this first sentence. To find a number close to an exact amount, would that be length, inch, or estimate? That would be to estimate. Remember I said your best guess, the closest you think that amount will be. Okay. The second sentence, the distance from end to end. The distance of an object from one end to the other end would be its length. So draw a line from length to distance from end to end. Now we only have one left. A customary unit for measuring length. Inch, right? An inch is a unit for measuring length. All right, let's look at number 4. They're asking us to find the object, estimate the length, measure each object. So let's estimate first. Your shoe. What do you think? And the shoe is a smaller thing, so do you notice that they're estimating in inches? So if you remember from our last lesson, we talked about if things are small, we would measure them in inches. A little bit larger things, we might measure those in feet. And very large objects like a football field, we would measure in yards. Okay, so let's do number 4. It's asking us to estimate how many inches you think your shoe is. I'm going to estimate that my shoe is about 8 inches. Okay, now we'll go back and measure, but for right now, let's estimate. Okay, the desk. Now we should know because in our past lessons, we've already done this, right? But I did it in inches. So I'm going to estimate, I think it was less than 2 feet. So I'm going to put about 1 feet. We would say about 1 foot. So remember the important word here is about because we're taking our best guess to find the number that's close to the exact amount. All right, so here they have a big chalkboard on number 6. How many yards do you think that chalkboard may be? Well, I would say that it's probably even 6 yards. That would be 6 yardsticks. I might have gone a little bit over on that one. That's okay. Remember, if you have a better estimate or if you think your estimate is better, then write that number in there. There is no right or wrong when we're estimating. We're trying to get as close as we can. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and measure your foot if you can. Okay, I told you I was going to go measure my foot. I did. Here it is. And it was actually 10.5 inches, so I'm going to write, 10 inches. Was I close? Not really. 8 inches. 2 inches off. Okay, the desk. Remember, we did that one already, so I'm going to pull that one up. Okay, there's our desk. I measured that one, and it came to 27 inches, which was actually a little over 2 feet. Okay, so that chalkboard, I can't really measure that chalkboard because, first of all, I don't have a chalkboard that big in my classroom. So I measured our chalkboard in our classroom, and it actually came to about 4 yards. Okay? All right, let's turn to the back of the page. Okay, here we are at the top of page 664. And what they want you to do here is to just find or figure out what tool you would use to measure these. I'm not going to have you measure them unless you have these items and you want to, but I'm not going to have you go into a basketball court and measure a basketball court. But what tool would I use to measure the calendar in our classroom? I would want to use feet. I don't want to use feet to measure that. How many feet tall is my calendar? All right, what about the lunchbox? For my lunchbox, I would want to measure that in inches. Right? Because a foot would be way too big. All right, what about a basketball court? How would I measure that? I would want to measure that in yards. Okay? So that's what I really want you to get out of this lesson. I want you to imagine what tools you would use to measure different items, okay? It's actually pretty fun if you want to go around your house and measure things. I think you might find that a little bit fun if you have those tools. I would definitely recommend it. Okay, let's look at number 10. Read it with me. James measured the fence in his backyard with a ruler. It was 24 feet long. Which tool should James have used to measure the fence? Okay, so it says he measured his fence with a ruler. Now remember, a ruler is only 12 inches long. But if we look at a yardstick, we have 3 feet in a yard, right? So if I want to measure in feet, what do I want to measure? I want to take that and I want to use, not a ruler, I want to use a yardstick. Okay, let's look at number 11. Mr. Tom's driveway measures 7 yards long. How many feet long is Mr. Tom's driveway? Okay, you'll have to think about this for a little bit. Remember how many inches are in a yardstick. So 1 yardstick is 36 inches, right? Which is 3 feet. Okay, so I'm trying to get to 7 yards. Okay, so I have 1 yard here. I need 7 of them. So I'm going to add 3 feet 7 times. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Plus 3. Okay. So 3 plus 3 over here, 6. Plus 3 more, 9. Plus 3 more is 12. Plus 3 more is 15. Plus 3 more is 18. Plus 3 more is 21. So now I've added 3 7 times. I got to 21 feet. So my answer is 21. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next lesson. Have fun measuring all the things in your house.